We're discussing wealth, and I think it's important for people to really understand, paper money isn't wealth. It can represent a claim on wealth, but I think right now those claims are very tenuous, especially when you have a currency war that's going on. And the funny thing about a currency war is it's different from a conventional war in that the object is to kill yourself. And I think that that some of the more fiscally sound countries are going to surrender, wisely so. And I think, unfortunately, America is going to win the currency war. And that means if you have dollars, if you earn dollars, you lose. And so, John was talking about one of the winners in the currency war, the real winners, is gold or things that central banks can't create, can't print. So I think people have to get their priorities straight and understand that, it's not about how many dollars you have, but how much wealth, legitimate wealth, you can preserve by owning tangible assets, whether it's resources, precious metals, or companies that can pay dividends based on their earnings. You don't want to own bonds and clip coupons because you might not have any purchasing power at the end of the day.
Question is that you gentlemen seem to be all, you say the government is the problem. And it seems to me that you're preaching to the choir here. The big issue is, how do we get the average American, I won't use the word what kind of voter they are, but how do we get the average American public to realize more succinctly what's going on? In other words, we've got so many barriers with the huckster media and with the newspapers and the commentators and so on and so forth. Again, I've attended these conferences, we all agree, but the public comes back and you're never going to change it unless you get their attitude changed. Yeah. What's your opinion?
As an Englishman, can I plead the fifth on this one?
Well,
American politics.
Unfortunately, the people in this room are not representative of the average American. If they were, then we could do what you suggest. But have you actually gone to a DMV, or have you gone anywhere where the average Americans hang out? We're not going to convince them of anything. They want their Obama bucks. They want free cell phones, free health care, whatever it is. They're never going to understand this. And that's the inherent flaw with democracy. That's why the Founding Fathers were wise to try to protect us from it. The only thing that's going to change is a complete collapse. I mean, look at the people in Greece. You think, when the system falls apart, when we have a currency crisis, then maybe we'll be able to do something. But until then, nothing is going to change because nobody has the courage. No politician is going to stand up and say what needs to be done because they're not going to get elected doing that. They get elected by doing the opposite. So they're going to keep on doing what they're doing, and we're going to have a crisis.